Hey, what's up guys? So a real quick video here. I've noticed that a lot of people think it's good practice to comment all their code, and I want to show why that's not necessarily the case. So I've made a quick script here. It's a PHP script, and I've made a basket, and inside the basket there are items that have a name and a cost. So there's a kettle, a vacuum, and a desk, and they each have costs to them. And let me just hide this comment. And I made this function. So looking at this function, it's not clear what it does at all. So I made a comment and it says, calculate the shipping cost of items in the user's basket. The cost of shipping is calculated as 10% of the cost of all the items, including tax. So, okay, so now we can see what the comment is doing. It's taking the total cost of all the items, then it's adding tax, and it's taking 10% of that, and that will give us the shipping cost. But what happens now if the shipping cost changes to 15% of all the items? That means that we have to edit the comment and we have to update the function. So we're already violating the dry principle, which says that do not repeat yourself, because we're actually repeating ourselves here. We're repeating ourselves in the comment and in the function. And I think when you have to comment like this, it's a clear sign that you probably haven't written the function as you should have. So let's take a look at how we can improve this. So first of all, calculate the shipping cost of items. So instead of calling this function shipping, let's call it calculate shipping cost. Okay. So instead of calling the basket B, let's pass through the basket. Now, here's another interesting thing. What we're doing here is we're adding the total cost of items. This feels like it should actually be in a separate function. So let's write a new function. And let's say calculate total cost of items. And then it'll take a basket. And then what we can do is we can take this here, paste it in here, and then we can say for each basket as item, we'll take the total cost. First it'll be 0, then we'll add to the total cost the cost of the item, and then we'll return the total cost. So now we can say total cost is equal to calculate total cost of items, and we can pass through the basket. So now what we're doing is we're getting the total cost of items, and then we're adding tax. So let's create a new function to add tax. So we can make function, we can say calculate tax, or we can say with tax, and it will take an amount. And what it will do is it will return the amount times by the tax amount. And this could also be a global variable or something, so that you don't have to change it in all places, which is what I would do. But just for the sake of this demo, I'm just leaving it in the function. So now what we can say is total cost. You can even make total cost with tax is equal to cool. And then to calculate the shipping cost, it's 10% of the item. So we can say, we can return total cost with tax times by 0.1, and that will give us the shipping percent. So right now I'm saying times by 0.1, but you could probably take that variable out and add it into some config file or an environment variable, so that you don't have to search for this random amount everywhere. Cool, I just forgot to add a semicolon here. I also forgot a semicolon here. Let me save this and run this. Hopefully I remembered all my semicolons. And let's run this in the terminal. Cool, so now what we have is we've extracted all the functionality from that one function, but now we don't need to add any comments because it's very clear. So we have to calculate shipping costs, we calculate the total cost of items with tax, and we times that by 0.1. It's way easier to read, and we can leave out all the comments. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. This is just a quick example that I wanted to make in 5 minutes to make a quick LinkedIn video. Thanks guys. If you have any ideas, if you say no commenting, you have to comment stuff, please leave your reasons down below. Cheers.